Karma Music Podcast. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, welcome to Sound Karma Song Spotlight episode 71. I'm your host, Big Zach. We're showcasing this week's top 9 indie music tracks. We'll tell you a little bit about each artist. We'll play a quick sample of each song. We also have links to watch full videos from each song to help you connect with each artist. Some of this week's tracks were submitted by the artists themselves. If you have a track you'd like to submit for a future Song Spotlight podcast, we'll let you know how you can do that at the end. Doesn't matter if you're an artist in a band or a fan. Artists are not the only ones who are taking a hit during this pandemic. Independent venues are also suffering. I mean, let's face it, no touring means no shows. No shows means empty venues. There are things we can try to do to help. We'll help put you in touch with NIVA, which is the National Independent Venue Association, at the end of the show as well. All right, we got a lot to do, so here we go. Our first feature this week is from Kreylin Jin. He submitted this track a couple days ago. He has the kind of music that we could literally sit in a coffee house and listen to for hours, if not days, without getting bored. It's the musical project of Rogier van Kreylin Jin. He's supported by a couple other musicians. They're all based out of Amsterdam, and I promise, as soon as you hear this, you're going to realize they have an incredibly intoxicating sound. They make the kind of music that leaves you wanting more. And that's, I guess, one of the greatest compliments for any musician. We need more music from you. I mean, that's fantastic. They've already been honored with some very impressive awards, like #1 National Alternative Artist on Reverb Nation last year. If you have a singer-songwriter playlist, this track and others by Kreylin Jin must go on it. Check this out. This is called Intoxicated.
You haven't said a thing. You're just testing me. Through your deepest lakes I swim. It's fascinating. You're watching me measure it.
Helena Hallberg is a Swedish composer, singer, multi-instrumentalist, and actor based in New York City. She's incredibly talented in a lot of different areas. For one, she speaks 5 languages. Career-wise, she's done a ton of very different things, from writing children's theater to modern jazz. Recently, she's been in the studio with her 7-piece band called The Heathens. They released their first EP called Last Love this past June. This is Helena Hallberg with 'Cause I Can.
She says, build me a man, handsome and cunning, I'll do as he asks, and I lovingly hold his cold hands, just 'cause I can. Build me a dream, write me a sonnet, no matter the rhymes, I'll read it and weep for my man.
Modern Mimes is a rock band that seems to operate on a higher vibration than most. They say, we aren't saints, we aren't prophets. We are simply emphatic people with an ear to the whispers of the future. When the waves of messages come, we put it into songs and let the spirits guide us. We stand for strength, grounding, magic, becoming, expansion, opening the doors to your own portals. We are Modern Mimes. This song is called Portals. Nuit Ocean is the music project of Steve Mesmin, based in Bordeaux, France. He's been fortunate to experience a musical influence from his whole family. His mother filled their home with music when he was growing up. She played the saxophone. That is ultimately what led him to create such beautiful music himself. This literally is the kind of artist who uses all the senses to convey his intended message. I mean, sonically, the tracks are smooth. Visually, this video itself will kind of tip you on your head a little bit. He also uses photography as a true art form to convey his message. The new EP is written around the mantra, when there is nothing left, when you no longer have the strength to move forward. There he is in each of us. This is Nui Ocean with Fire Divine.
And I'm still there for you when you cross the line. Ooh, we are in a dreamland. We are. Ooh, we are in a dreamland. We are
Leya is an Austrian indie pop duo made up of Sophie Lindinger and Marco Kleebauer. They released an album in 2018 called Sauna, but they've been working on independent projects since. Marco won an Amadeus Award for his studio work. Sophie, on the other hand, has been working on an alternative band called My Ugly Clementine. They were featured in Spotify's Worldwide Radar campaign. But I tell you, with the attention they received and the awards that they've won, it is way too much, way too powerful to walk away permanently. They've won an Amadeus Music Award, as well as UK Music Video Award. They've been recognized in Clash Magazine, BBC Radio 1, Austrian FM4's radio charts, and a whole bunch more. And that's like literally just the tip of the iceberg. They played South by Southwest, New York's Indie Week, and a ton more aside from that as well. Not to mention around 22 million plays across YouTube and other streaming services. They'd even planned a trip to Vegas this year, but lockdowns cut that short. I mean, let's face it, COVID-19 has stopped many writers and musicians. But for others like Leya, it sparked inspiration. They describe this new track as a song that highlights the void that has shaped this awkward year for many people, in their heads, in their souls, and in their pockets. They just released this video last week. This is Leya with The Paper. Jovian is a totally brill hip-hop R&B artist based in Brooklyn. He was born with synesthesia, which is a neurological condition where the stimulation of one sensory leads to automatic, involuntary experiences in a second sensory. It could be like hearing music and then simultaneously sensing the sound as swirls of pattern of color. Honestly, this dude is totally amazeballs. Wait till you hear his voice. He's incredible. Listen to this track from Jovian. It's called Too Young.
But I'm too young to be your one. I really don't know why you don't run. After one kiss I was sprung. Your absence makes me feel undone. But I'm too young.
Blue Statue is an alt-indie post-punk band based in North London. The band is made up of two brothers, Hayden and Aaron Brown, serving as songwriters, guitarists, and also both on lead vocals, as well as Joao Cardosa on drums and Ben Jasper on bass. From what we understand, they apparently did this video themselves, and it is really super cool. This is Blue Statue with VF. Jakob Kupferberg is a Danish-born artist who hopes to have a positive impact through his music. He doesn't just sing about issues. He literally hopes his music can actually make a difference for people all over the world. For example, he wrote this song back in 2016, which was almost 5 years ago. But it's so relatable to the world today, as it is. It's almost as though he was ahead of his time. It was written as a message of hope. During a time, they say, the world was like a bomb ready to explode. Kind of like it is now. I mean, it was written when issues like hate, bigotry, racism, environmental breakdown, stuff like that were not necessarily a main focus in the main news cycle. But he was trying to bring attention to these issues through his music. The basic message he's trying to convey is that we've totally messed up the world in many ways. But in the end, it's not too late for love. It's not too late to fix the damage we've done. Hopefully, this track can serve as a wake-up call. It's almost like a rally to come together, to recognize, and to work together to correct the wrongs that got us in this place to begin with. They shot this video in spots around Kent and London this past summer. It's a really cool track and a great video too. This is Jakob Kupferberg with It's Never Too Late for Love.
It's too late for love. The world already stopped. Turning, making sense. Each say, if we're approaching apocalypse, if we're drinking the last sip.
Our final feature this week is from pop artist Dani Krstina from Toronto. She is exploding with talent. I mean, for one, she's a trained classical pianist and vocalist. As a writer, though, she's written more than 600 songs as a teenager. 600 songs! Most people don't write 600 songs in their lifetime. She is amazingly talented on a level that's hard to find. She's dedicated to her own dreams, but she's also a huge supporter of other local musicians. This is good stuff. This is a brand new track from Dani Krstina. It's called Drift Away.
I'll save what has drifted away. I won't let you go. I'll save, don't you fade away. I won't let you
So there you go. That's this week's top 9 indie tracks. Some of this week's features were submissions, which are always welcome. Whether you're in a band or if you're a solo artist or if you're a fan, if you have a track you'd like to submit for a future episode of Song Spotlight, make sure you hit us up on the submit page at soundkarma.com. If you're not already on the site, it's karma with an H. If you heard a track you liked, be sure to download it or add it to a playlist. Anything you can do right now to help support independent music. It is so important. Or share the show. I mean, geez, we would love that. I mean, these are tough times. Artists can't be out touring like normal. You know, with lockdowns happening, so many people are not out. So they need your support right now more than ever. Which brings us to our next thing, independent venues. With very few live shows happening right now, they're struggling. I mean, obviously, things will eventually open back up. But in the meantime, if these independent venues have to close their doors permanently, there may not be as many places to play. The Save Our Stages movement is on right now. There was a benefit concert about a week ago or so. You can donate or get on board in other ways. We've got a link for more information on how you can get involved and how you can help save our stages. As far as the podcast goes, be sure to subscribe to the Sound Karma Song Spotlight on YouTube and make sure you hit the little bell so you get notified when we post our next episode. Don't forget you can also subscribe to the audio portion anywhere you get your podcasts. Thanks for watching and listening. I'm Big Zach. Over and out.